today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Caleb going to throw right away. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Second down and a little more than a yard here. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Williams' throw complete here to Kmet. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Throwing again here, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Looking to throw is Williams. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Bears are on the board first on the road here in L.A. The underdog here showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you somewhere along the way the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
DeMarcus Walker there on the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Williams. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And that one results in 35 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Demarcus Robinson from a yard out. And the Rams respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Excellent job defensively there from Kobe Turner. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Working out of the gun, Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. To the air on third down is Williams. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That third down conversion good for 23.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Williams. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Returning it, Tutu Atwell. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got the connection downfield to Long. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Stafford throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. Touchdown, Rams! Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams have taken the lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up,
That's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Rams are once again back in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chicago offense set to get started. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Second down and a yard. Now he'll try to run with this. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
They run with a 4th-round pick, Roschon Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. On second down, here's Williams. Finds Komet on the quick slant. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A throw over the middle taken in. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Second down and 3. To the air, Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Throwing is Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Keenan Allen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have yet again retaken the lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Third down and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They'd given up touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. The veteran DeAndre Carter deep for Chicago. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Bears take over. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his second of this first half, as he'll try again on first down here. To throw, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, here's Williams. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air once more, Williams. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Williams from the gun, he'll throw. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Williams. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams got a nice throwback performance from their veteran quarterback, Matthew Stafford. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it, as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's Atwell. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Stafford on first down. He finds Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This one swung out to Williams. Touchdown! Kyron Williams from 4 yards out. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and throw with Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Stafford and the Rams come up, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Stafford now to throw.
A first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Adunze. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
He's going to keep this again.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Williams from the gun on third down.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
They bring pressure there on third down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Johnson will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
And this is where you can't help but think about our friend, the coach, the late John Madden, because this was his kind of football right here. Line them up and let them get after it down in the trenches. And as a running back, you just need that one crease, one sign of daylight. He finds it, and he barrels into the end zone. Touchdown, coach, just like you would draw it up.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
Williams going to throw for it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Motion left, Cup. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Stafford. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Robinson's got it. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Forced out to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10.
He's got Allen. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly, and most of the time, unsuccessfully.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
they'll go. Here's Williams.
And Allen's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Here's Williams.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Byron Young.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Santos' kick is up and through.
And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Atwell now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The football going back to the Rams now.
A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Stafford. That is caught, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. So now the Bears down by 5, 1:40 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Here comes second down. They'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Finding Allen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So it's the Rams here that take home the W. And this one, Charles, too much Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.